Now to Bloemfontein, and suspended ANC Secretary-General Magashule and 15 other co-accused appeared in court earlier today, facing charges of theft, corruption, money laundering, all relating to a multi-million rand asbestos tender, which of course relates to the time when he was Premier of the Free State. Supporters of the suspended SG were present outside the High Court in Bloemfontein, but there wasn't much for them to see. The matter was postponed. Once more, reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones in Bloemfontein joining us live. So Pule, thank you for joining us. What led to this latest postponement? What came out of court, and what is Magashule saying?
Well, a very good afternoon, Sally. And what we understand here is that the Secretary-General now wants the list of witnesses who implicated him in the 255 million rand asbestos corruption case. But furthermore, the court heard that the defense was still dealing with the notices submitted by the state, which is in accordance to the Criminal Procedure Act, Section 212B, which states that some of the facts cannot be disputed. And the defense said they will be completing these notices before the commencement of the case again on the 3rd of November. But very importantly, Magashule once again reiterating the fact that this trial has been delayed, and the postponement of the date as well was not a satisfactory call from their side. His supporters also bemoaned the fact that his reputation has been tarnished, but furthermore making allegations again, once again slamming the judiciary for purging him and saying that his political organization isn't standing out accordance in terms of supporting him this time around. If we listen to that bite carefully, he speaks about the next bite will play right now. He speaks about how this trial isn't favoring him and is taking time to actually unfold, and that he believes that this is a political purge to actually target most of these officials within the ANC who have been asked to step aside as well.
All right, let's take a listen to that bite.
The 3rd of November is my birthday. So you can see that the state is just wasting our time. It is clear this thing is political, and we have put a notice in terms of oversight. There's no ever such a charge. And we are going to further put some notices. And all of us, we have been ready. It's for the first time that you hear the state saying they can't give, we must read, and they just ask them a simple question. Give them the list of witnesses. Because we are entitled as so-called accused involved in corruption. I have never in my rest of my life been involved in corruption. So how do I defend myself when the media itself says there are 70 charges against me, and they pump the story of 70 charges? And I said to the journalist, you have gone to school, you have an indictment, just list and tabulate these charges for me.
So he's saying the same thing again and again, that the only thing he's been charged with is a lack of oversight, which he says isn't even a proper charge. But of course, the media is basing this on what the NPA has said, around 70 charges, and it's all been laid out. Or am I missing something, Pule?
Sally, that's Magashule for you. He goes on to say that he went to Wits, studied law for a year, and he understands the law quite well, and therefore he does not understand where these charges stem from. But those are the pronouncements that are made by the suspended Secretary-General, and what he's saying is that there's been some sort of biasness towards his case. But the NPA is telling us something different, saying that they're doing all they can to investigate this matter. They are quite sure of the facts they have, and they're ready to go to trial. But you see, unfolding outside again was some of those ANC officials who were actually accompanying Mr. Magashule there, such as a close ally to him, the now ex-MEC for Road of Transport, Sam Mashinini, who was alongside Magashule, and of course Vusi Shabalala as well, who has been suspended from the ANC. He is the former chief whip in the Free State Provincial Legislature, is saying that they're in solidarity with Mr. Magashule, pledging their allegiance this time around, saying this is a political tactic to actually disqualify him from contesting in the ANC's 55th National Conference that's expected to take place in less than 2 years.
All right. Well, I guess we'll hear more on ANC Magashule's birthday on the 3rd of November. Reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones, thank you very much for that update coming to us live from Bloemfontein this evening.